Today my husband Richard is going to take you guys on a little garden tour and share some of his best gardening tips with you guys, so I hope you enjoy.
So Mary wanted us to talk about our compost setup. This is what we used to use all the time, was just an empty glass jar. The thing is, that becomes unsightly very quickly. It also attracts the fruit flies, and it starts stinking. We've got this setup. It's just a metal pail. Obviously it looks more aesthetically pleasing because it's solid, you can't see it. But also what's interesting, there's holes on the top, and it is actually, there's a double layer of mesh that helps it to breathe, and it keeps all of the fruit flies out. And having that oxygen is key, because having oxygen to your compost, you know, these are living organisms that are going to be broken down, and have those living organisms within your soil is only going to help your plants. And so you're already starting the process while it's sitting on your counter, and we have found that our fruit fly problem is gone, and it's been worth every penny we spent on this. And
the boys can grab the pail and take it out to the
the pail, and they've dinged it up a little bit. They didn't break the glass, and so that's a little safer for them. But we are doing the glass jar for our eggshells and our coffee. I think it looks cool, but it doesn't matter about how it looks. But what this is for is we're going to be grinding this up in our Blendtec and applying it to our compost tea.
And we've got the compost bin, the kind that we use, linked in our Amazon link for Absolutely. You guys. Yep. Thanks.
Now, many of you have seen the banana infused water. What the peels placed in water will do over time is it will leach out the potassium from the peels into the water, and that is perfect for tomato plants and other varieties because it really helps it to take on more of the flowers. And so I'm going to actually water that at this moment. I've been needing to do that, and so this is ready to go. I just put it around the plant. My peppers, those tomatoes are needing it. Ooh, bud. Here you go. I know I talk to my plants. It's maybe strange. I actually say talking to your plants is a benefit for the plant, because you put carbon dioxide into the plant, and that can help. So my mother tells me. You may also notice these beautifully colorful plants dotted around the garden. These are my marigolds. I did some from seed that will help me toward the end of the season, and then I did buy some packs because I got a little late getting our garden out. You see, we put in a raised bed because we live on a hill, and so I terraced the garden in order to utilize this land that's perfect full sun. And so my neighbor actually helped me with the pointing, and we put cement in here, and we put a footing in there. And by raising this up, because the amount of rain that hits this hill, it actually helps with the runoff. We still get a little bit of an accumulation here, but it all drains out there. I find that, see, here's my asparagus here. I find that by placing this here and having a perimeter of these beautiful marigolds, we actually don't get as many bugs. Aphids, green flies, hate these plants, and it's also, I've been told, that deer don't like the plants either. And so marigolds I've always put a perimeter around, and we never actually had any deer in the garden last year. I don't want to say that that's the reason. My neighbor feeds them, so maybe that was enough to keep them away. But we've been successful with keeping critters out of the garden. We have a watering system that I do sometimes when we need to. I move it from pole to pole. Here's our fig tree here, and we've got a lot of potential to allow the land to feed us. And I'm really excited about this year. So I'm going to be taking this compost and I'm going to be putting into my compost tumbler. So you can kind of see down in it. I don't want to tumble it out, that would be bad. But just kind of the mechanism of it. But this here, just dumping it in will help. We actually had a massive night crawler worm that one of the boys found, and I was giddy. I said, man, grab it. So we put it in here, so he's going to gobble up some food. And so all I do is turn this, and by tumbling it, it provides the oxygen needed to mix it up. And this system here is our compost tea system, showing the boys earlier. See, I've drilled holes down all around the plants, and it's a good thing you cannot smell this.
Thanks for watching our gardening tips video, and please share with whoever in your life has a green thumb. God bless, guys.